How did the life of the 9-year-old girl who testified against Ajmal Kasab change? Devika narrowly escaped becoming a psychological patient. Why was she given a house and a large sum of money? A bullet scar still remains on Devika Rotuan leg, a lasting reminder of the attack at Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, CSMT, railway station on November 26, 2008. She was shot there during the horrific assault that killed 52 people and injured 108 others. At the time, Devika was just 9 years and 11 months old. She testified against Ajmal Kasab, the only captured terrorist, identifying him in a special court. She became the youngest eyewitness in the 26/11 Mumbai attacks. The 2008 attacks in Mumbai claimed 174 lives. Devika, her father, and brother were at CSMT station when the shooting started. Speaking to the BBC, Devika said, "I still remember that day. I can never forget it. I'm still haunted by it. So many people were killed in front of me." She said, "My father and brother were with me. We were going to Pune. Suddenly there was a loud blast. Then gunfire began. The man I saw was firing indiscriminately. I will never forget his face." Devika was widely praised across the country for testifying against Ajmal Kasab. She received many awards, but the traumatic incident changed the course of her life entirely. Now 25 years old, Devika has completed a graduation in arts. She lives with her father and brother in a rented apartment in Bandra, Mumbai. Life after giving testimony in court was not easy for Devika. Let's look at her journey over the past 15 years. The 26/11 attacks shook India. 10 terrorists entered Mumbai that night and targeted 2 5-star hotels, a busy cafe, CSMT station, and a Jewish center called Nariman House. The siege lasted for 60 hours and killed 174 people. Devika underwent surgery after being shot in the leg. She said her education was delayed until she could walk again. She began formal schooling from grade 7. Now, she has graduated in arts and is currently looking for a job. She had also approached the government at the time for financial assistance. Eventually, the government provided about 10 lakh in aid. Devika said, "I had a lot of hope from the government. I thought they would help me. But everything was delayed. I kept visiting ministries for 1.5 years. We were financially very unstable." In the 15 years since the attacks, Devika has experienced both good and bad. Her journey from being a child witness to an adult has been full of learning and challenges. Talking about those years, Devika said, "Many people used to tease me, saying Kasab is coming. Some even started calling me Kasab. It wasn't just kids, adults made such comments too. I had confrontations with a few of them," she added. "I believe that no matter how tough life gets, we must fight. Sitting quietly won't achieve anything. You have to speak up for your rights." She admitted to often feeling disappointed. "I saw many faces. What people said in front of cameras was very different from what they said behind closed doors. Some helped, but not everyone. I've learned not to trust words blindly." She said, "In the beginning, I was told that I would be given a house, educational help, and support whenever I needed it. But when I actually needed help, no one was there." Devika has now been allotted a 300 square foot apartment in Andheri, Mumbai. She currently lives in a rented Slum Rehabilitation Authority building in Bandra and is preparing to. She said, "I had to go to court to get the house. In 2020, I filed a petition in the Bombay High Court requesting a home under the economically weaker section, use quota." After testifying in the 26/11 trial, many people had promised to help her, but when she actually reached out, no one responded. Eventually, she had to seek legal help. Because her family's financial situation was poor and they had no proper home, Devika filed a petition in court in 2020 requesting government assistance for housing. After much struggle, she finally received it. "The fight for a house went on for years," she said. In 2010-2011, some officials from the district collector's office visited our house. They said a house had been allotted in my name. They filled out some forms, and my father and I signed them. But they never gave us the documents. When we followed up, one of the phone numbers they gave turned out to be fake. Later, with the help of lawyers, I filed a case in court in 2020. Thanks to the lawyers and the judge, I finally got the house. Although the government had allocated her a home earlier, legal hurdles surrounding the land delayed the process. After another round of appeals, Devika was eventually granted full possession of the house. She said, "Back then many promises were made, but they were quickly forgotten. It was all talk. Some politicians had the power to help not just me, but all those affected by 26/11s. But they didn't do anything." Devika added, "Some spoke in front of cameras. Others made informal promises. But when I tried to contact them, they said they didn't know me. It was a long, painful process." She said she never learned who the officials from the collector's office were, or which political party they were affiliated with. From 2010 to 2020, I met leaders from almost every political party, not just one. According to information shared with BBC Marathi by the Mumbai Police Commissionerate, Devika and her father Nadaram Roduan had testified in court that they had been living in Pali district, Rajasthan for around 3 years before 2009. It was also clarified that there were 380 total witnesses in the case. Of these, 177 were eyewitnesses. Some witnesses testified in person, others gave written affidavits. It would be incorrect to say that Kasab was hanged solely because of Devika's testimony. In fact, the prosecution cross-examined 654 witnesses in total. Kasab's death sentence was based on a combination of eyewitness testimonies, technical evidence provided by the government, CCTV footage, photographs taken by journalists, forensic analysis, his own confessions in court, and statements given during the trial. After she was injured in the terrorist attack, Devika received medical and financial assistance from the district collector's office, as per the government's announcement. This was mentioned during her housing petition hearing in the Bombay High Court. Devika had claimed in court that she was an eyewitness to the attack, and the state government later confirmed that she would be provided a flat in recognition of her case. On March 12, 2024, a letter was submitted to the court from the Additional Secretary of the Housing Department, stating that the Honorable Housing Minister had approved the allotment of a flat to Devika under the use category as a special case. Altogether, Devika received 13.2